Alright, hello guys, welcome to the stream. Hopefully everything's working good on YouTube's end. So what I was trying to do, by the way, welcome Red Rabbit, welcome Wiggler, welcome Chill if you're still here, welcome Jai TV if that's how you pronounce your name. The idea was to do my first ever dual stream to Twitch so I could get more viewership and hopefully more people on the event. But that's already not working, so I'm gonna need a second to try to figure that out. Sorry. Okay, so but yeah, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are all doing good. Does the URL just mean like just my account, maybe, I guess? Let me just try to see if it's that easy. You're doing good, Red Rabbit. Glad to hear that. Error failed to connect to server. Alright, awesome. Let me try to just like, maybe what if I just like delete this and then go back real quick. Yo, what's up, Sorcerer? Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to do a dual stream to Twitch and it's already not working. Who would have seen this coming? Possible to do that, I guess. I'll just Setting stream. That's the stream key. Go over here. Oh my god, it's a Gamian 8 YouTube mod. This is so crazy. Can you just like not say that you're failing to connect? This truly is a bra moment. Okay. Let me look this up real quick then, I guess. My desktop audio is turned off anyways, so you guys won't be able to see it. Or won't be able to hear it. History. Let me go on to the video that I watched yesterday about it. There it is not. That's it. Let me see if I can just. I don't know what else that would really be. The problem is I'm trying to find the stream URL or the service URL, I guess, but it's just. Let me see if this helps if I just change that. If not, I'm just gonna like just start it anyways for now, because I don't want to spend too long on this. Error failed to connect server, makes sense. Okay, that just immediately failed to connect. So is that, okay, so that one doesn't work. Okay. Let's connect the server. Who has seen that one coming? Let me just try these two. That doesn't work. I assume this isn't gonna work either. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work either. Let me just try to go on to all default and then just have that enabled. If not, I'm just gonna start it anyways and we'll figure it out. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so I guess I'm not dual streaming then. Okay, so sorry about that. That did not work as well as I hoped it would. Let me like just say actually start now. Real quick, let me just do this. Put it here. Alright, we're cool. Alright. Sorry guys, I'm going to actually get started now. So basically if you're in my Discord server, with which if not you should join. Yeah, it does kind of suck. I'm just gonna try to figure it out tonight. Because I don't know why the hell it isn't working, if I'm being completely honest. But whatever, let me just like, so is it that? I think it was. There we go. Alright, so anyways, if you're in my Discord server, you would know that I did an announcement about a Mario Maker level making contest. Jesus, I cannot talk. So in that contest, you have to make, or I'll just see if I can do this actually. Not that, okay. What if I just do this real quick? Not that. This. Okay, whatever. The technical difficulties go crazy. In my Discord server, basically the rules are you have to make a level before like January 27th, I want to say it was January 28th. And then they all have a theme, so I'm making everyone do it on a specific theme. The specific theme for this level is Wigglers, so my set of rules is anything in game style outside of 3D World, because they don't have Wigglers. The Wigglers have to feel like the main asset or level or theme of the level. At least 5 Wigglers required within the level, and some sort of boss fight involving a Wiggler in some way. You don't necessarily have to be fighting the Wiggler, but it has to be involved. So, why are you still doing this? Okay. So, the reason I chose Wiggler specifically is because, in the F Gang, or formerly known as the F Gang, now called the Overreactors, which you should subscribe to, by the way. We had to do we had to make a level in 90 minutes. And my general theming was about Wigglers. It was also kind of just like random. It wasn't a very good level, to be honest, but you know, we only had 90 minutes to make it, so I was kind of rushing. And so this first jump, you just have to like guide the Wiggler over here and then like do that, right? But it took like everyone in that video so fucking long to just do that. And that's why I made the theme around Wigglers, because I want to make a level about bouncing on Wigglers that people don't die at immediately. I even had Grayson gave like a conveyor belt, but like, no, they just don't know how to do it, I guess, even though it's that easy. But yeah, I'm gonna start making a level then. That is while I occasionally try to get Twitch to actually work again, even though I know it's not going to. I'm a Rimfire game. I just got furious over that. Yeah, that's basically the gist of what happened. So, yeah, I'm gonna make a level under the rules that I gave. It's obviously not gonna count towards the event in my server, because like it's my own level. But still, I'm gonna make it just for fun and for like kind of just a blueprint, you know, on what other people can do for the event. I was hoping Twitch would let me get a few more viewers so I could like actually lure people into the server for the event. But it seems like that's not gonna happen, so that sucks. So we can do any game style realistically. It's just a matter of which game style I think works the best for bouncing on wigglers. And I gotta say, it's probably not New Super Mario Bros. U if I had to guess. Because New Super Mario Bros. U has like twirling and all this other stuff as well, so it just makes the physics a little too floaty for the jumps that I want to do, I feel like. I feel like World is probably overall the best style for this. For the boss fight, you should use the wigglers for the platforms. Oh, that could actually be cool. That's a good idea. I was thinking more or less you just like bounce on a wiggler and then like get to like a boom boom or something. But yeah, I think this is the best overall physics, but I will try SMB3 and SMB1 real quick to see if I end up thinking that they do look better.
Here we go.
Realistically, SMB3 or SMB1 can work also. Maybe I should even go SMB3, but kind of an idea like that, but instead of a room, it would be a whole section. I mean, yeah, that could work also, realistically. I don't like the physics of SMB1 for this that much. I think just to be different from my other level, I'm actually going to go SMB3. And we obviously got to go forest theme. Or we could. Problem is the water. But if I just get rid of all of what I can just do to make it so that the water being there isn't really an issue is go over here real quick, do this, and then I'll just die as soon as I land on the spikes. So I'll raise the starting platform up a little bit to be fair, but I'm just going to extend the goal all the way out for now. And just have the whole floor of spikes, so that way we don't have to worry about the water. And then, yeah, cool. Just extend this out all the way. And then we basically just don't have to deal with the water at all anymore. Not really that aesthetically pleasing, but I mean, it gets the job done, so that's all that matters. So, I'm gonna raise this up one more, actually. No, that looks bad. Okay. The thing I don't like about this style is the ground is pipes, which is kind of annoying, but whatever, it's fine. So I'm just gonna start. Then it's like a jungle over like water. I'm gonna have it be like more or less bridges and stuff instead of like actual how can I not think? Instead of like actual ground, like something more like this I think looks a little better for that. And then the semi-solid options are really not the best, but okay. Alright, let me go right here. Extend this out a little further. Put a bridge here. This is just gonna be how my aesthetics for the level look, I think. Which I think they don't look... Which I don't think this, like, really looks terrible. Could use a better semi-solid, but it's fine. This is where I'm going to have... Actually, I'm gonna extend this out a little further. But this is where I'm gonna have the first I need to actually do this. Just to move that. So I'm gonna have the first power up in the level B. So throw it up here. Actually, we gotta do one of the classic things, you know, with like this. Most of them just give off coins. And then one of them, I think the power up I'm gonna use is just gonna be a fire flower, because I think Tanuki Leaf might break the level.
Here we go.
So that's what I'm thinking as of right now, at least. And I obviously have the thing turned on to where the fire flower goes into a mushroom. And now that you have a power up, you have your base power up. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce that main enemy to you, which is obviously the Wigglers. And I'm just gonna, like, actually I have an idea. How does this work? Or how does the property of donut blocks with Wigglers work? I'm assuming he doesn't mess with them. Okay, he doesn't. So it wouldn't really matter much. In that case, I'm just gonna continue the same looking stuff. I actually like this semi-solid more. So that's what I'm gonna run with. Let me do this. This level might not be super polished since I am making it on one stream, but I'm trying to make it, you know, relatively decent still. At least trying. And I'm going to put the Wiggler just in the middle. And let me just see how far I get once I bounce on him. So up here. So I'm actually gonna make it a little bit easier at the start. So I'm gonna make it a little easier at the start because that's exactly what I didn't do last time. I'm just gonna make it a higher platform. And I'll even be nice and say, you know, if you mess it up and fall off, that's fine. Just go do another attempt real quick at that. Just so you can't like cheese this or anything, I'll just put the blocks up to here. Can you add Wiggler parkour to what? Wiggler parkour to get to the boss area? Yeah, that's my idea essentially. I want the level to be based off of bouncing off Wigglers because I think it's a cool little gimmick. Okay, so that might even be a little overly easy, honestly. I'm gonna raise this one thing higher, because that should still be relatively easy to get to. Yeah, okay, so that's relatively easy to get still. I'm just gonna act like you're bouncing on the Wiggler when he's in the middle for the coin path. And I'm just gonna do the coin path there. So that way if you jump on him in the middle, or in case you're confused at what to do, somehow you have a little extra guidance. Even though it's not really that complicated. But alright, this looks really ugly here, so what I'm actually gonna do right here is I'm going to replace this all with real ground, which is just pipes, but I'd rather have that for this scenario. Why is it like that? That's disgusting. It looks a little better, I guess, but still not good. Also, I literally can't extend it up that far, so there's that. Yeah, that might work. That might look even worse, to be honest. Okay, yeah. So yeah, basically my general goal... Actually, I can just do this semi-solid here since it fills in a little more. That actually looks a good amount better. It's just the hard blocks that are making it look bad.
Here we go.
Since that jump is, like, really easy, I don't think it's super necessary to have, I don't think it's, like, extremely necessary to have a retry thing there. But I think an easier way to do that would be to just use a conveyor belt. And then over here, I can use one of these. So you'd have to mess up really hard to manage to die here. Technically possible, but you'd have to mess up pretty badly. And then... what about secrets? I feel like there's like...
Here we go.
you can't make that anywhere, but I do... or you can't make it anywhere with that, but I do want to start, you know, thinking about secrets while we're here.
Here we go.
So I'm going to just... I do realize I never really just introduced the idea of Wiggler's period. But they should be able to get the gist of it with this, because that jump's really easy. It's going to get a lot harder later in the level than that. I just want to introduce the level for now. I'll add a few more enemies also over here at the start. I'll add like a Goomba and stuff. Just so it doesn't look like, you know, too bad here at the start. And then you can just like fall off and die like I just did. That was definitely just an example. So that's pretty much all we have so far. But that's a good tutorial to how the idea works, I think. I wonder if there's any way I could incorporate vines to this to make it like cool. It was lag. Oh, it's the what's the capture card lagging? It's done that a few times during testing. If that's what you mean. Let me try to... Or my def was lag? Oh yeah, definitely. That was all that it was, you're right. So now that you're up here, I don't want to make it seem unnatural. And the ground thing looks terrible here. What I could do is I could just say, hey, this is the colder region, guys. Not bad. Hey guys, like, this is a cold region, right? And just make it ice blocks up here, because that looks a little better. A little better? I kind of thought a little better. Let me just fill that in real quick, and let me see how that works. I think the idea of incorporating vines and wiggler bounces could work pretty cool. Thing I'm a little concerned about here is, can you just like reach the top of that? I think I'll just remove one layer from the top here. Because I can stretch the vines down as far as I need to. Gotta make it look better by not making them the same exact length. Even though you're literally gonna go on them. And let's just go with this. On this, so. Now that you made it up here, you can just climb on the vines. You should definitely know how to do that. I would add something interesting here, maybe like a fire bar to make it a little more challenging. But for one, it is right at the start of the level, and for two, I don't want to add too much stuff to the level because I don't want to overdo it. So, and you know what? In case you somehow still fall off, I'll still just keep the conveyor belt going back during this area. And I'm going to say you jump from right here and jump over to around here. I'm gonna place the next bridge right here. I'll go right here. That should still give you some grace for if you do mess up. There should be a pit of wigglers at the bottom of parkour, or at the bottom of parkour area. A pit of wigglers. I'm not sure how. I mean, I'll see if there. The problem with this is I can just do this, but so maybe remove this conveyor belt because I shouldn't be able to make it. I might be able to still actually. If it wasn't going the other way, I probably could. But I think because it's going the other way, I can't. I need to build up my P speed though to make sure that you can't cheese that. No, yeah, he can't. Took off. Yeah, I'm not really sure how well that idea will work, but I'll try it, I guess. And I'm gonna add coins that whole way. So you don't just think it's a blind jump where you have nowhere to go. What about Big Luigi? I don't think Big Luigi should change it. But, I mean... yeah, Big Luigi can still make the jump. Actually, the problem is, though, he can't make the jump, but the problem is he can just do this. So... I'm gonna have to make some of these platforms kind of higher, I think, than I'd like to. Because otherwise you can just fall off and still just make it back on. Which obviously isn't the intention. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to raise everything up by a little bit. Oops, did not mean to extend that one out further. Like, this you can probably still make if you get a running start, but, like, that's fine. It's, like, right at the start of the level. Here I actually want it to be like that. Actually, what if I just do this? It's not really trolling because you're supposed to be dead. No, that's too mean. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's just straight up wrong. Okay, I think lifting the start of the level a little bit will help for that matter, so if I do that, I can still go there, but it's fine, because that's the tutorial. Also, you get to do another Wiggler jump to get to the power-up if you mess that up. Also, you're not supposed to have a power-up at that point, so, like, you just die probably anyways. Okay, so we got that. We got the little vine section over here. We got the coin jump over to here. We go back to the normal semi-solid type. Actually, I'm gonna... What's the highest Luigi can jump? So if I just go up here, he can barely make it, right?
Here we go.
Yeah, okay. So I need to put it one higher than this even. So now if you manage to mess it up, you can't get back.
Here we go.
Now that you're up here, it's more or less like you can't even see the spikes, so it's just like a real forest area.
Here we go.
So now that I slowly introduced the player in the scenario, now that I slowly introduced them, I feel like to both. I feel like I introduced them to both the Wiggler and the vines. I can start kind of combining them, I think. Okay. So yeah, you make this jump. And I think I'm gonna have you just make like a tiny little jump onto a platform above that. This platform's going to have another Wiggler on it. And this man's, he saw the last Wiggler that he bounced on, and he's not very happy about it. So he's already angry to begin with. This jump's gonna be a little harder with no grace, so I'll say that was a pretty bad jump. So I'll say this is where you have to be at afterwards. Probably shouldn't have gotten that far out. Should have gotten the one before this. So that's a rough estimate of how far you can go, but I don't really want that. I want it to go straight to vines. So I want to see just I can make that work, right? Can I even make that work one above? I can, but that feels overly difficult. I'm just gonna give some grace period there, so I'm gonna put the ice up here. So yeah, let me just do that then. And this will send you to, you have to get to right here using the vines. And you know, just to spice this part up a little bit. So I feel like just going up to climb on these vines is kind of boring. Like the jump's entertaining and there's just like a lot of that. So I want to add some challenge, but I don't want to overdo it. And how do we do that? Cannons.
Here we go.
They just despawn there, I'm assuming, though. Yeah. Why is the exact one place I don't want them to go, like, blocked from me? Or the exact spot that I do want them to go blocked from me? I can...
Here we go.
No, I can't. Okay. This game just doesn't like me having fun, I guess. What ways can this thing turn? Okay, it just can't turn anywhere that's really, like, remotely close to being down for it. So if I do this, then I can do all the in-between stuff. But then if I do this, then that makes it go the other way, so... where does that go? Out there, okay. I'm just gonna create the same mechanism on the other side real quick. So you technically have something to worry about, but it shouldn't be too bad. And the cannons don't spawn in either until after you jump on it. Now you see those guys and you're like, oh god, I need to avoid those. Aw man, this is so hard. What I could do if I was like, if this was like some sort of like Kaizo levels, I could have you try to like bounce onto one of these. Jesus, I can't even bounce on them in the first place. Like, have you bounce on like a cannonball and then bounce that on to a wiggler, but that's a little too overcomplicated for this level, so I'm not going to do that. You should skills are falling down to the player for the wiggler parkour at the end if you're adding it. I mean, I think icicles could work since I do have ice here anyways already. And then once you do that, I'm going to start making it a little more complicated though. And I'll have you go over here and do that. Okay. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to slowly make the vines go lower. Until you get down to here. Once you get down to here, the cannonball shouldn't be hitting you anyways, and then you can do a jump over here. And the idea for this jump is I do want to make it so that you kind of land straight on the wiggler. But I feel like that might be a little overcomplicated for this point in the level. So for now, I'm just going to make an area with hard blocks in it. Actually, a little bigger than that, probably. And then this is going to be the checkpoint, I think. I think this is a fair checkpoint spot. Because I think at this point, excluding the boss fight, you should be roughly halfway done with the level. Should I put a mushroom in the thing? I will, I guess.
Here we go.
And there's just a coin. Or not a coin there. And there's just a fire flower there. I'm actually... No, yeah, this is fine. So now you get the checkpoint. Oh, I forgot to add the fire flower. Oops. Add the fire flower into that. Actually, no, it doesn't want to. It should be that. So that way, if I die after collecting the checkpoint, then it will only give me a mushroom.
Here we go.
So let me just play the level up to this point. I feel like I haven't really used too many assets so far. Luigi climbing on the vine. Jesus. So then you do this. There's some cannonballs. Oh no. I actually got hit by that. Okay. What I do need to do is I need to add a coin route for this. So let me just bomb myself on this real quick. I'll just do this. Since you know it's not a troll level, I want you to trust the coins. Alright, so let me see now if that jump seems a little less complicated if you know what you're doing. One of my requirements did say that we have to have at least 5 wigglers in the level, and there's only 2 right now. But to be fair, if the ground's gonna be full of wigglers at the boss fight, that should easily let it meet that requirement in itself. Okay, so now if you... That's only in SMBU, huh? Oh, no it's not, okay. Wait, no. Oh, that's a separate object. I always forget that. Is it? I forgot. I'm looking for the ice blocks that you can, like, break. Or is that only at nighttime or something? No? I don't really see where it's at. Okay. It's unfortunate, because that was kind of my plan, but alright. Let me go back to SMB3 daytime.
Here we go.
And now that you're in the second half of the level, now I'm gonna make it multiple wiggler bounces in a row that you need to get. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, add the wiggler. The obviously angry wiggler. Since, you know, we're getting deeper into the level, they can be standing on an ice block, that's fine.
Here we go.
Will he fall off of the ice block? No, he won't. So, that's something that I can do.
Here we go.
The thing is, there's nothing stopping you from just doing this. So I want to make it as high as humanly possible, realistically. Which would probably be this, because any higher than that, and you'd probably just die trying. So even if you do a running start jump, you will die if you do that.
Here we go.
But if you bounce on the wiggler, you can just barely make it. It's scary, but it's not too bad. And I imagine the problem is, though, you can die if you do just like this. Oh no, not really, okay. It's pretty generous, that's good. Yeah, it's hard. It's actually surprisingly hard to actually die doing that.
Here we go.
So let me just like... Where's my coins at? There's my coin. And I'm gonna have you
Here we go.
bounce on the wiggler. And I'll have you bounce again to get over here, which will be your safety.
Here we go.
So you can do this. Still not too bad, actually. Maybe I should extend this a little further out even. Let's try that.
Here we go.
Oops. I'm so smart.
Here we go.
Okay, so you can do that. Also, another thing I didn't realize that I should probably raise the whole thing one block higher, because you can still make this jump. Oh. You know, I suppose it's fine. If you guys take damage,
Here we go.
because some of the stuff is a little hard, I guess.
Here we go.
It's the momentum that really makes that easy, because like, without, oh, okay. Without momentum, you die, okay.
Here we go.
That's the whole moral of the story. Without the momentum, you die. Without momentum, you can barely make it, and that's with me holding right a little bit at the start. So like, if I just go place myself on this block and try to do it, you barely make it.
Here we go.
So I'm gonna make my coin route with the assumption that you kind of just held right for the most part. That was a little high.
Here we go.
So let me try this entire thing out. There we go, that's not too bad. I messed up grabbing all the coins, but it doesn't really matter all that much. Okay. It's a kind of a small platform to land on, actually. Maybe I should, like, extend it a little bit.
Here we go.
Now, since we do that, we have 4 wigglers in. How far are we through the full level? A little over halfway if you look at just, like, the amount of level we can use. I think now is a better time than any to introduce the idea of, like, bouncing on multiple wigglers in a row, more of like a parkour section. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Just gonna place this here. A lot of hard blocks around it. And that should also stop stop the scroll, if I'm correct about it. So if I go like a little bit over here,
Here we go.
don't do that.
Here we go.
And then try to, like, you know, get up here. It should stop the scroll, yeah. So you'll be able to go into here. And this will be a vertical section. And over here, it's cold, you know? It's like really cold. So there's icicles, or there's ice blocks over like the entire thing. Also, is there a way that you can just like, no, you can't, okay. Let's do this then. Because I still want you to, you know, be able to I still want you to die if you reach the bottom, if that makes any sense. But down here, and over here, in fact, should be those hard blocks.
Here we go.
Make it look more aesthetically pleasing. See if Twitch will actually work now for why not. Who would have thought it's not working? Now I know you said that I should add icicles here, but I feel like that's gonna make it a little too difficult, I would say. So I'm just gonna... just place that over it. And this is gonna be our starting platform. It's basically our rest area right before quite a few Wiggler bounces in a row. But I'll add coins the whole way through so you'll know what you're doing.
Here we go.
Did I make them too wide? Just so you have a little extra support. You have to get really unlucky to actually like die at the corner. I feel like, so I feel like it's fine. Now that you get over here, it's gonna have this entire section be this type of semi-solid.
Here we go.
I just realized I should probably add the semi-solid later because it's going to make it really annoying building this. So I'm just going to do another thing here then. And then I'm going to start going back. And to go back, I'm going to have to make the platform pretty high, or pretty far, I guess, so it doesn't interfere with the other Wiggler over here.
Here we go.
So right now it would look like something like this. Prepare, you made it, good job. Don't forget you also will have a power up if you're doing good at this point of the level, so you can take one hit.
Here we go.
And after that, I'm going to add one final Wiggler bounce for this section.
Here we go.
So this you shouldn't be able to hit the roof there. I died there, nice.
Here we go.
And then you can bounce on a Wiggler right here.
Here we go.
And you do a jump over here to safety. Up here I can also do like a little aesthetic thing, I guess. Not that. I guess let's go up here and then bring it all the way down. I've never tried to do that actually. I don't know if it looks good or not. I don't really like that, to be honest. I'm just gonna add the semi-solid. Have that go all the way down. And this entire area. Ooh, is this semi-solid? I'd have to actually extend this one more back.
Here we go.
What if I just make this one of these also? I'll just do this.
Here we go.
So the section is just something like this. Not really too challenging if you know what you're doing. I suppose you could make it up here, which is a little cheese thing, so. But there's realistically not much of a way to prevent that, just because you can't make the things any taller than that. So I'll just like block it off, I guess. But then that makes this jump overly hard. Still easily possible, but like overly hard, you know? So I guess you make it out of like just this little area once you make it up to here. But that still acts as a semi-solid. I suppose it's fine if you can jump over or up here also. If you do go up here and you see it, I'll even add an extra little secret area over here. With like probably like a 30 coin. It's not too overly hard to find.
Here we go.
Actually, let me see how hard it is to find in context. I want to see if you can just go straight up there. You might be able to skip that third one.
Here we go.
But if you can, then that's a cool little speedrun strat, to be honest. I don't mind. Oh yeah, you can. Just barely. But I mean, I suppose that's fine.
Here we go.
I don't actually mind that. That's kind of neat. And that's something that can still happen. You can still just die to the wigglers. You know, if you make it over here, which you can't see before, you'll get a 30 coin just for being observant, pretty much. What do I do now, really? Let me just play the level up to this point and see what we're thinking, really. And I died to the first ledge. I'm so good. Okay, you don't want to jump over the Goomba too far. First speedrun strats. Okay, now the game's just capping. Guys, don't look at this. There we go. So I introduced the Wiggler idea kindly. There's the cannons. Which I should probably introduce the vines again sooner or later, because I haven't really used them in quite a while. So, that's something I didn't consider. If you're big, you have to do that. Okay. Okay. We're learning. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these all one up and this one up, which makes that jump even more hard, which kind of sucks. But first, let me make sure it's even possible. Okay, we can still make it.
Here we go.
And let me test how finicky it is with the
Here we go.
Big Mario now. I think you can still do this, but you'd have to be essentially trying to do that, to be honest. And you missed that. And there you go. Get the 30 coin over here also. Now we're getting pretty high up, so I'll add like a little mushroom platform over here.
Here we go.
And I'm going to, I'm gonna do a little pipe here. Realistically closer to like here. Cut all the rest of this off. Do this. And do like this little thing. The problem with that aesthetic is the tip of the pipe makes it look off,
Here we go.
And you can't block those off either, so it's like, okay, but do you really want to do that,
Here we go.
Is there any way to cover this up? I'd assume not, right? Like, can I cover it up with like a semi-solid or something? No, okay. I don't know. If there's any way to like cover it up, then it would like make it look better, but it's fine. Alright, so now I'm gonna have you go out of the pipe. And actually, I think while I have you in the pipe, I'm gonna have you, I'm gonna have you grab a checkpoint, because this is going to dump you out, I think, into the boss fight. I'm just gonna make it that room. And I fill all this in real quick. And yeah, this will essentially just be the boss fight of the level, which I do intend on using the wigglers for the ground here. So let's see, they don't... I mean, they might as well be angry just to add to the aesthetic. But I can add one of these every block. So that way you shouldn't have to... I'd actually needed to be cut off here, I believe. Actually, no, I need to be have it cut off one before even. Because I missed it the whole room by one, but it's fine. So this needs to be the cutoff of it, I believe. Oh my god, that's a not good spike to be there. So I'm going to give you another checkpoint here. Not bad. Add another fire flower that's a mushroom. Wait, no, not that. I just want another mushroom here. And fire flower that turns into a mushroom in a block. Right up here. So you can do this. If you need it, grab the fire flower. And I just want to see how how it dumps you into the boss fight, like how that looks. Also, I just thought of something. There's a little, I can add a little secret up here that's out of sight. Can't I? Cause like, this should be out of sight. If you jump up here, still out of sight. It's only once you jump up there that it starts to be visible. I think that's gonna be a pretty hard secret to think about, so I'm gonna make that a 50. Okay, well that worked a little worse than I expected, because I forgot to consider the fact that those don't count as solid ground. Come on, just like... Doesn't this need to be the entire level for it to actually work for it to actually count it as solid ground though for the thing there? Yeah, that's annoying. Gonna have to find a workaround for that. Since I wanted to dump you into like... I wanted to dump you into like an actual legitimate boss fight room. Actually, what if I just undid all of this real quick? Just had it go not fully where I wanted to have it work, but okay. So it'd be this, add the other stuff right over there. Oh no, now you can't get sent like up. Or the auto scroll shouldn't mess up too badly. I feel like. Just because you realistically can't get that all that high in this. Oh, I need to also make it so that... Oh, I see. This can't be spiked, this needs to be wall. Is this... Okay, yeah. I just need to fill up this entire thing full of bricks just so, you know, the auto scroll doesn't do something stupid. So this is just the boss arena now. Can I attach this to the pipe so as soon as you exit the pipe, then the boss music starts playing? Okay, yeah, you can. Now the question is, now that the wigglers are incorporated into the boss fight, What's the boss fight actually gonna be? I have an idea, actually. And fill the walls up with spikes. And we have to make it Lemmy, because Lemmy's based, as we all know. As we all know, Lemmy is undebatably the best Koopaling.
Here we go.
The problem with him is his shells, the SMB3 is their shells are uncontrollable. As far as I'm aware, they can't. He can't fall off during that, but as soon as the shell starts existing, it's just, you know. I could try to use one ways to make it so that that doesn't happen, but let's see, does he still jump over? No? Oh, but the problem with that is that, yeah. Also, I don't think he really needs to be big. I might be overdoing it a little bit. Oh, and also this entire room will be semi-solid once I, you know, get it to work. But, you know, you get the idea. Basically, the boss fight is don't let Lemmy kill you with the, don't be so uncontrolled with these that you just die. Not realistically a super hard boss fight, but it is a boss. I think it's better if he's big, though. It makes it harder to, control where the balls are going, essentially. Even though I literally just did it perfectly. But like, if you do something like that, you'll just either take damage or die, depending on how many hits you have. The thing I'm concerned with is how do I make it so that he just doesn't jump out. Is there any way I can just like... Oh, actually, could I just do this? Could it really just be this simple?
Here we go.
Whoops. It does mess with the balls a little bit, and then you have to manually jump out, is the problem. But it does make it so that the jumps aren't your problem. It just makes other problems start to exist. What if I do this? Does he really just jump over that? Oh no, he doesn't. Oh, so that hypothetically works, I think. Just for decorations, I'll add a few icicles. And by a few, I mean like every single one. Actually, wait, but if I add icicle like right here, you know. Also, I just thought of another thing. I have to make it so that you can't just like jump straight into it. So I'll just like make that.
Here we go.
Okay, well that's an issue. So the icicle thing is a bad idea, as I just said. And they need to raise this whole thing one block higher.
Here we go.
So now we do that. And he still doesn't leave the platform. I do want to do something to make it a little more challenging, because I feel like it is still a little easy. More or less something that can bounce you, though. Is there one that, can I just like make a big guy over there? No, okay.
Here we go.
Is there any way I can just like make a big Lemmy chilling over here? Just like shoot balls down.
Here we go.
I mean, they're technically there, they just don't do anything. If only there's a way that you could like make, if there's a way that you could like have just the Lemmy ball, just the Lemmy balls as an item. By the way, I know it sounds bad out of context, like, that's like basically the entire idea. Okay, let me see. I can have springs like raining down, maybe. That could be funny. Do big springs exist? No, they don't. Okay. I'll just have them occasionally throughout the area. Realistically, just those four. Oh, well that didn't work too well. I didn't consider that part of it. It is kind of funny, and I'm just gonna do it again to see if I even can beat it like that. But obviously the level can't be like that. At the very least, I do think the boss fight works. I think I can make it better though, which is why I'm trying. It's not really too bad or too hard right now. Also, I don't want this poor Wiggler to be trapped over here, so I'm just gonna add a spike over there.
Here we go.
Alright, get out of there real quick. Oh god, I almost did die there, actually. Oh, you can still jump higher than that, because the Hollow Scroll still isn't really real. I think it's a relatively fun boss fight. I think there's something that it's missing though, and I don't know what it is. I can have a small Lemmy shooting at you, I guess. Just over on the side.
Here we go.
Just for a bit of extra challenge. Just for a little bit of extra chaos, really, you know? If you use it properly, you could probably honestly make it so that it makes the level easier by bouncing off those guys. But the part that makes it good is that it just adds more chaos, you know? I wonder if I could just do the same thing over here. Also, just have a third Lemmy shooting at you. Actually,
Here we go.
does that get the job done? No, it doesn't. Okay. There we go.
Here we go.
So, I mean, this is actually a good fight now, because now it's just chaos. And that's about what I wanted, to be honest. The third Lemmy makes it significantly harder, I think, and I think that makes it perfectly what I wanted. It makes it a pretty just random chaos boss fight, and that's kind of what I want here. And I mean, at the end of the day, I still incorporated the Wigglers into the boss fight. And also, I can't enter that area even if I try to. Oh god. I'm fine. We're chilling. I still won easily. And you probably still will as well. But it's like still, you know, it's still just a fun random chaos fight, and that's why I like it. Obviously, this is the one that has to die. I'll have one of these doors, put it over here. And that's just gonna put you over here, and that's gonna be the end of the level, I believe.
Here we go.
Let me actually move this a little bit further. Like right here. So that way it takes up the full screen still.
Here we go.
And I can add a semi-solid over all this also. No, I can't. Okay. Once you get over here, you just can't mess with it anymore, I guess. Let me just do that then, I guess. Actually, I'll have it extend out one further.
Here we go.
And just add a little thanks, I guess. I don't know how people... Or I don't think it really matters which terrain is which for this. There we go.
Here we go.
And there we go. That should realistically beat the whole level. I need to do a few quality of life things, like just adding a semi-solid right or in the boss area, because that alone will make it look significantly better. You're kidding me? I can't have this over the whole thing. That's actually kind of annoying, but okay.
Here we go.
I really like how the boss fight turned out, actually. It's not too difficult. It can be if you're, like, not experienced with this game at all, or, like, 2D Mario as a whole. I can see it being a little challenging. But it's still, you know, overall not too bad. And then you have to use the Lemmy balls to go into the door, which will just send you over to the end. So... I think I need to work on the sub area a little bit, but other than that, I think I'm pretty much done. By that I mean I think I just need to add a coin route to this whole thing. I'm actually just gonna remove this semi-solid for now, just to make my life easier.
Here we go. Here we go.
Alrighty then.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna do that then. Stay here in the middle at the start of that, then you just jump over here.
Here we go.
And then you do that jump, which is the hardest one, as we know.
Here we go.
And just to make the secret over here feel a little less natural, I'm gonna have you jump over all the way to safety over here.
Here we go.
Never mind, I'm not gonna do that, because I don't think you can. I'm just gonna have you, like, do that and then fall down here, you know?
Here we go.
And after all of that, then I'll add this semi-solid back.
Here we go.
Let me see if it makes this section a little less confusing feeling. That jump right there is the hardest of the whole level, but it's still not overly hard if you have a power-up especially. I want to add one more secret, because I have a 30 and 50 coin use, but not a 10 coin. If I have it somewhere over in, like, this first little area, then I can have it be to where, like, it's the first star coin, second star coin, third star coin, you know? I want it to be something like... I just realized I never really used vines after this point of the level. But I want it to kind of be like, if you still have the mushroom after a little bit, then it's an easy secret you can find, you know? I have an idea.
Here we go.
Alright, you've got like 2.5 segments done for yours. Nice. I'm actually just about finishing at this point. I just need to do like, you know... I just need to like do like finishing touches and stuff, and I think mostly besides that I'm just done, because that's what I'm working on right now. I finished everything mainly about my level. To be fair, my level is also not really going to be the one that's being judged, so... Okay, so I can do that. It's actually kind of a hard jump, because if you do fall there, you just fall to your death.
Here we go.
Which is part of what makes it so difficult, really, I feel like. But if you just hit any of the blocks there, then you're chilling. Still kind of hard, though. So I think I'll maybe just remove the mushroom part of the mushroom aspect of it. And just say, hey, if you get up there, then GG's. So we can just make that jump, essentially. You can also just do this. You don't even have to bounce on the wiggler for that part, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Okay, and then you go into here. Now that I got that done, as far as I'm aware, I've done the whole level. So I'm just gonna playtest the whole thing. The only Goombas in the whole level. First jump to introduce you to the whole thing. A few vines. Since you know this is still more mild difficulty area. 10 coin that I just missed. There we go. Jump. Grabbing those coins that I missed. Because I have to. The first double wiggler bounce. That I messed up. But it's fine. Because you can just do that. Which might be a problem realistically. Well, I guess. I feel like that's a problem, but how do I fix it is the thing. Well, actually, I fix it in this scenario. Oops. I fix it in this scenario, it's just don't have the spikes there. Because if you do get down here, you shouldn't be able to get back up. Yeah, so you'll just have to go, like, kill yourself. In which case, I'll leave 2 spikes over here for you to do that, or you can just sink. So I think that will make that section work a little better. Alright, grab the 10 coin. Mess up because you grabbed the 10 coin and not make it back to the conveyor belt in time. The fact that you can do that is actually a little bit concerning. I feel like this conveyor belt's just making things weird, so I'm just gonna stick the conveyor belt to only there. Alright, beginning section. This is why you have to playtest the levels the full way through, because otherwise you wouldn't notice things like that, you know? Stuff that you might have thought about at the start, but you just kind of passed it up, and like, you haven't thought about it since. There's that jump. Checkpoint number 1. Made that jump. Made it into the sub area. A lot of wiggler bounces in a row, pretty much. Make it up here. Go over here, secret 30 coin. Still have a fire flower. I didn't lose it. And the boss fight, which is just pure chaos. But the wigglers are still involved. Because they make the whole ground bouncy. Oh my god, this boss fight is so stupid, dude. Oh god, that actually got me. This is such chaos. That's why it's so funny. There we go. And, okay. So that's the thing with that boss fight. You could just... I literally got the thing and I still died. Or I got the key and I still died. One thing I do want to check in the sub area real quick. That I thought about while I was in there. Is... if I fall down, can I just, like, do this and restart? Yeah, you can. Which I guess, I suppose it's fine if you can do that once. Or twice, I guess. I suppose it's fine.
Here we go.
Plus you have to be, like, smart to make... or you have to be, like, fast to make it actually work. Depending on where you died at. Okay. Bounce on the Wiggler there. Sub area. Do this. Grab the secret 30 coin. Go up here, grab another fire flower, grab the secret 50 coin that I actually forgot about last time. And then make it over to the boss fight. The thing with this boss fight is realistically the longer you take on it, the harder it gets. Like if you just get it done quickly like I just did, it's not too bad. Okay, that works. Because now I can just walk in here. And I think that's pretty much it, to be honest, which is funny because it took just about 90 minutes, which is the same thing as the other level took me, but I think this one might be a little better than the last one.
Here we go.
I'm gonna save as at this point. Find an open slot somewhere down here. Please input the course name. I haven't really thought of a good name yet. I could just call it like a Wiggler party or something stupid like that. I mean, it's technically a placeholder name for now, because I can't think of anything. What should the thumbnail be, actually? I think the thumbnail should be the sub area. That will give you a good idea of what the level's about, I think. Just like something like right here, I feel like.
Here we go.
And then I can save it here. I think that's a better thumbnail that shows the gist of the level more, if you know what I mean.
Here we go.
One thing I do want to test is since essentially every asset that I use can be used in any style, I'd have to mess with the visuals a little bit, but I want to see if another style will work better with what I made. Because, you know, the SMB3 was more or less just a guess. Definitely looks more foresty than SMB3, I'll give it that. I don't like the vine physics in SMB1 though, which is kind of turning me off of SMB1. Oh, is that even possible? I mean, it is if you do that, but like, outside of that, I don't even think that'd be possible, so I think SMB1's pretty much out of the picture, but I still want to finish it to see, just for fun.
Here we go.
Since, you know, I have nothing better to do right now. Okay. I grabbed it after I took damage. This level is actually kind of difficult in SMB1 style. Now you get a fire flower. Do the first double or wiggler bounce. Go into the pipe. Now this section actually looks kind of good. Do this. Grab the 30 coin up, or 50 coin up there actually. And the Lemmy boss fight should realistically stay about the same in every style, if you ask me at least. Oh, okay, I died. Let me just start here real quick. Alright. You basically have to land inside or on Lemmy's head if you go inside of his little room, or else you're in danger. The problem is the small. Oh, because I can do that also, I guess.
Here we go.
The small Lemmy balls aren't really, like, you know, bouncy enough to really get you to the actual boss Lemmy. There we go, you can do that. And you do that. No, that's none of that. For SMW, see how World works with this. The Galoombas. The Wigglers definitely look like better in this style. Luigi climbing the vine still looks as amazing as ever. Actually, the bridges look really good in this style. There's checkpoint number 1. Grab that first double wiggler bounce into the sub area. Grab 30 coin over there. Grab the 50 coin up there and then on to the boss fight, which realistically should work the same still. Let me just do that. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, we made it out. Let's go. That's not good, is it? This might not be good. It wasn't good. It in fact was not good. I actually really like this boss fight because it's like stupid. Because it's like just the stupidest stuff happens and it's like almost completely out of control, but it's fun. Especially considering the patterns are mostly RNG depending on when Lemmy or the small Lemmys decide to actually attack. Alright, there we go. Now you gotta do not what I'm doing. That's the general gist of it. I think SMB3 still is the best style for this. Mainly just because of how I made it.
Here we go.
If that makes any sense. But you know, I'm still gonna test New Soup. Even though I think New Soup's physics are just a little too floaty for any of this, if that makes sense. Fire Flower, double Wiggler bounce. sub area. And now we get put up here. And we grab the 50 coin. Cool, cool, cool. The boss fight looks definitely more interesting. All the Wigglers having Steam releasing. And you know, the Lemmy Balls look more magical. Also because they roll, or the Koopas roll and not bounce here. This phase takes a little longer, which kind of sucks. So there we go, we can do that, and that would be the end of the level. Yeah, I think SMB3 style still worked the best for this. No way, Gaming ain't actually saying something good about SMB3. Even if it's quite literally a Mario Maker. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and upload it actually. I think it's pretty much ready. Yeah, I barely moved that. Yep, clear check. Clear check that I just did like 87 times straight. Alright, so do that. Bounce on him. Go into the new room. Wiggler, Wiggler. Wiggler, Wiggler. Wiggler. Can I jump into the thing? Thank you, Jesus. Damageless. Yeah, that boss fight can either be really easy or really hard depending on the circumstances. It's realistically just a 50-50, I feel like. I could see it going either way. Well, somehow it's just impossible from the checkpoint. Alright, grab this just for fun. And then boss fight again. Nice. And Lemmy's dead. How sad. And that's the level. I think oh wait. Oh, clear from checkpoint 2. I forgot about checkpoint 2. So I just need to beat the boss with only a mushroom, basically. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm fine. We're chilling, we're chilling. I'm no longer chilling. I killed the boss, but I also died. Probably get the power up, actually. There we go. Alright, and there we go. Those should be the clear checks done as far as I'm aware. We're just gonna go with Lular Party for the name, because I really have no clue what else. From description, quick YouTube plug. It's live on YouTube, Gaming 8. What tag should I give it? That's a good question. I actually didn't think about this. Multiplayer versus would be terrible for this level. Technical, I guess? I'm gonna call it short and sweet, really. I think it works best as a single player technical, I guess. Alright, there we go. There's the ID. If you guys on stream right now want to try it out yourself. And I got mine uploaded. That's streams like what, pretty much 2 hours in. Actually, exactly 2 hours in. Good timing. None of the people in the server have actually finished their levels yet, as far as I'm aware. Even though I know there's a few people working on one right now. But I think that's pretty much gonna be all I'm gonna do for this stream. So I had ideas for like a longer stream, and I could switch to something else afterwards. But given Twitch isn't working, I want to kind of figure that out. I do plan on streaming tomorrow, though. I plan on like actually streaming again, realistically. So yeah, that is all I have for today's stream, though. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Actually, real quick, I'll put the level ID in chat if anybody wants it. Hold up. Okay. Alright, that's all I'm gonna do for the stream. I figured might as well put the thing in chat. But yeah, that's all I have for today's stream, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Level making was actually a little quicker than I thought it would be. Hopefully it's a fun level though. I do think I did alright at it, given I made it in a relatively quick time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully be streaming to YouTube and Twitch tomorrow. And yeah, see you guys.